Hey everyone who follows the FREC channel, the 159 subscribers. Thanks for doing that, by the way. This is just a quick little updated video. So, as you're aware, if you follow this stuff, um, the current way the Fig Fed stuff is done is being scrapped starting in September. Sorry, August. Starting in August, I think it is, or September. September. The new stuff will be done. It's going to be just one brand. It's going to be more detailed. It's going to be more focused. It's only Ultimate style. I'll sprinkle in other stuff here and there, but I'm mostly getting a hold of everybody on here, giving an update. Just to let you know that the Ultimate count is around 468 now, from what I'm seeing here on my spreadsheet. And if I take out all the Mattel releases, then it's down to about 438, unfortunately. So not 500 yet. However, though, happy to report that pretty much everybody I've had on my list is almost done. Chronic, just got the head sculpt for Mike Graham. Um, Sent away Chris Adams to have the head painted. The body's already put together. I'm gonna put Doug Summers together. Gino Hernandez head is still located somewhere out there in the mail world. Along with the Taz head, I did make a Taz, which I don't think I put down on the sheet here. So he's going to be planned as well. Bad News Brown, I'm trying to put together a formula. I figured out a formula for Big John Stud. So I'll be using. It'll be a little more heavier paint. If you followed me on the Facebook group, you know that I just posted a picture of the Mark Henry Ultimate. That was his 2006 look with the Jack's white cloth black singlet. Of course, the Wall from WCW, Mike Sanders from WCW. I'm trying to fill out the WCW roster a little bit more. Van Hammer is in the works as well. And then I've also started to partner up with Mark Cotran of Head Gimmicks to start pledging, or even halving and halving. Petey Williams, Elix Skipper, Desmond Wolfe, Crimson. Um, who else was there? Amazing Red, I think, already has somebody. I sent away Sanshi or Caval or Low Key head sculpt to be painted. I already figured out the formula for that, so I'll be coming back here shortly. Got a whole plethora of new Ultimates coming back in, which will be Hercules. I just sent off Paul Roma. Hercules is done, but he's going to have his decals added to it. Patriot still in progress. Orlando Jordan and Ahmed Johnson are still in progress. Somebody said you must be, balling if you can just destroy two Ultimate Diesel Ultimate figures without a care in the world. And it hurt a little bit, but at the same time, Austins are around the same price as a Diesel. They're getting more and more expensive. So I think once I get to 500 custom Ultimates, for the most part, I'm not going to be, I'll pretty much be set as far as action figures. Of course, with the LWO figures coming, I don't know if I'm going to mess with those. It depends on how that Eddie Guerrero torso looks. If it's old school style, I doubt it, but it could just be an Austin painted a little darker. Looking at the complexion, I will eventually grab one of those if they are within reason. I will crack it open, and I will take that gamble and hope it is. If it's a new style, ouch. If it's the old style, great. I could make Angel Garza. I could probably retouch up Alberto Del Rio if I really needed to. Don't plan to do Kalisto because he's just too tiny. He's too tiny. But I could do Lince Dorado. I could definitely do, again, the LWO, Santos, and those other two, which are Cruz del Toro and Joaquin Wild. I think they may have changed their names, if I remember correctly. I haven't followed SmackDown a long time. Of course, Tony D'Angelo, I've got a figure set aside to convert him. It looks like from the prototype photos, he does have a white cloth shirt, so that will be a cinch. I already have the Curb Stomp decals for that. Curb Stomp, I'm also trying to talk to him about getting Rodney Mack decals, Vito decals. Reno, but I don't know I don't think he had any tattoos, so I'm either going to decide to go with his most, well, not recent, but his last look before WCW closed, or even the singlet with the gold dice on each side. I've already talked to somebody about who can create a singlet for that, cloth singlet. I try to avoid the cloth if I can, but some of them are just you have to do cloth. Ludwig Borga is going to have a cloth singlet when he is finished up as well. So Salvatore Sincere's head sculpt is here. I have a plain white Body, I just need to get the more jacked looking torso ultimate, because he was kind of a, I'm looking back, like he was, as Tom Brady was very jacked. I think when he was Salvador, he was not as. So I'm gonna look at some more photos of that. It helps watching YouTube videos of old school Thunder and Heat, and even WWF Attitude Era superstars in general, new gen stuff as well, is where I really get some stuff. Duke Drozy and the Godwins are in the process. DOA has been sent off to be finalized. I'm just waiting on the head sculpts for that. Scott Norton's done, except for waiting for the new head sculpt. And then I'll try to tackle like Savio Vega. I'm looking at the other stuff. I know that some new group just released like Congo Kong and Preston Riker, and you know, 3 people. I know Congo Kong is, but I don't know who the other 2 are. But from what I've heard and what I've seen, they are atrocious. I haven't seen it up close to the head sculpts yet. Of course, Power Town's been releasing people as well. I haven't tried putting a Power Town head on an Ultimate body yet. I'm waiting to see how the Jack Briscoe looks, how the Nick Bockwinkel looks, but I can always go get those heads if I needed to. Again, I'm marching to 500, so I've still got quite a few. The main one I'm missing, I think, out of the customs, I haven't gone until I get the Will Ospreys. I haven't gone to get the new guys yet. I'm trying to focus on the older guys, the guys who never got figures, like Barrow Horowitz is going to be showing up here very soon. Again, Van Hammer, another one. Going to be looking at older school guys, Manny Fernandez, Pedro Morales. I figured out a formula to make him. The head sculpt's on the way. 3XR is going to help me complete that one in exchange for some of my custom fodder, the parts that I don't use, because I have no use for elite stuff once I'm done tearing apart the lower part. So I got tons of elite stuff to sell. As you can see, I've still got tons of stuff. The Fantastic Four is always up. It's going to be up online here pretty soon. Keeping the Spider-Man and the Sonic for now. But I digress. Point is, got tons of stuff. Renegade's another one I'm looking into. I'm looking into Kenny Chaos. I saw someone doing that. Of course, some of these are not possible without help from sculptors and painters. Excuse me, my dog is starting to whine and claw at the bed. Get up there. Okay. So those guys too. I also might be updating some formulas. I just recently updated Shelton Benjamin. Put his tattoo on him, gave him more of his modern look when he came back. I'm going to use the other version and turn that to an Elix Skipper once I resize or get the head, details, or however they do it, how they sculpt it, or they 3D render it, then they print it on a 3D printer. However they do it, that's what's going to happen with him. And then I'm going to dabble into the rest of the Jax TNA line and try to get that, converted over to Ultimates. And then I'll go over and maybe look at AEW stuff. I don't know. I mean, the one I do want to consider is Jeff Jarrett. I've wanted to make an Ultimate Jeff Jarrett, but it'd have to be like his TNA/WCW late run. I wouldn't care for the weird singlets and whatnot. I wouldn't care about that stuff. I'd want his WCW World Title hunt, just like I had a custom Steiner built to look like more as WCW, and not what we got with the Elite, which we haven't seen Steiners in over a year. I don't know if we're going to see any more Steiners. They seem to be constantly hinting that, or keeping it under the rug. They don't want to do that. Of course, Comic-Con's coming up. So I think I'm going to focus on getting the stuff that's already being shipped out and sent. Draws is another one, too. Just came off the top of my head. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to lighten up as far as like getting more and more stock and more parts. Of course, if I find good deals on Ric Flair's, I'm currently looking to get 2 more of those so I can build Epco and Primo. But I think I'm going to hold off the next month or so on any new parts other than paying and shipping off what needs to be in the pipeline, and focusing on what happens at Comic-Con. I'm still waiting on the Headbangers. They popped up for order. I would snag them in a second because I've already got 2 bodies for them. Same with Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci. I currently have Ultimates of them, but I want to redo that because I think Giovanni Vinci is a little tanner, so I want to use like a Ric Flair for him. Plus, they have more decals or more details on the lower portion, so I would just, again, separate the torso from the body. Action figures only. Don't worry, I'm not a serial killer or anything like that. I don't know if that's going to get me shadow banned or in trouble for that line. But anyway, point is, I'm just a customizer. I'm a fig fanatic. I've been collecting since I was 8 years old. I still have other stuff. I'm still a very normal person, but I do appreciate people are saying like your collection's insanely expensive. That is very true. Um, and again, I do this while I'm at my other job because my clients like to play video games and sleep a lot, and they like to be alone a lot. So I could sit here and just watch TV all day, or I can do something that kind of is cool. I think it's cool. I do know that people are pretty impressed with it. Of course, Cujo has stated that he is going to stop taking commissions for a while to finish up all my stuff because I just keep sending him stuff after stuff after stuff. So if you're trying to get a hold of Cujo, trying to get some head sculpts painted, I do apologize for that. I will lighten his workload very shortly because I'm running out of people to build. But again, once Comic Con's over, we see who's new. I already got plans to make JD McDonough an Ultimate and Stacks Ultimate if skin tones are proper for those. Maybe Abdullah the Butcher using a Yokozuna. I don't know. We'll have to see what's in the pipelines from Mattel. Of course, with them releasing LA Knight and Damian Priest and Dominic Mysterio, I already have a custom LA Knight, but I can sell that one off. If they do release an official release figure, even though drop down hips I don't like them, they don't bother me too much because mostly I do is fig photography with them, or I do like matchup screenshots, that kind of stuff where it's like who versus who for what title. So it's not like it's really going to bother me too much. So if they do release an official release, then I'll sell off my custom or I'll take it apart and figure it out some more new. So that's the current plans. But feel free to leave a comment in the section if you think there's anybody you want to see. Of course, Glacier and Cat Williams, Ernest and Cat Williams, I'd love to get those two. I'm looking at Brodus Clay as well. It's going to require, I think, the decals as more as Tyrus, because I can't seem to find any Brodus Clay decals. I can find Tyrus stuff, so I'll probably do that. And then, of course, I'm looking at Kenta Kobashi. I'm looking at Koto Ibushi. I'm looking at some New Japan people as well, like Chizuki Okada. But right now I'm also focused on guys who don't have any releases as well. And we're just going to see what we can do, go from there. As new parts come out, new head sculpts come out, opportunity arises. I'm still kicking myself we didn't get that DDP, but I built one along the way, and I'll probably end up building another one along the way as well. This video's gone long enough. Thanks again for the support. Hopefully you enjoy the stuff. I'll still continue to do what's the formulas and whatnot. Heck, I might even just do a one day a week or once a day video where I just we count towards 500. Once I have 500, that is. Once 500 are built, we're just going to count all of them. Maybe short 1-minute videos, as usually. Till next time. Oh, where'd my camera go?